Hello there, Sully here, the retired tanker yanker. Welcome to Transitions, my YouTube channel. Welcome to any and all new subscribers, and if you're watching and not a subscriber, why not? It's free and it's easy. Just hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell too so that you won't miss any of my videos, especially future episodes in this upcoming series that's still going on, I should say. And if you subscribe and leave a comment and you like this video, that helps my channel grow. Comments and thumbs up get me subscriptions across the platform. And be sure, if you're watching this, especially if you're looking at it on Facebook or Twitter, to hit that like on YouTube and to drop that comment on YouTube, because likes and comments on Twitter or on Facebook, that doesn't help the channel grow. And if you're not subscribing, that doesn't help the channel grow. Now, you've probably noticed in the past few videos that I've tweaked my graphics a little bit. I'm playing with photo editing software, and I haven't decided to buy it yet, but I'm using a free trial version. And I may want to upgrade it, so let me know what you think. If I can get some more sophisticated software, I might be able to improve on those graphics. But now I have a question to ask you. What do you call 8 truck drivers in a basement? A wine cellar. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at my own jokes, but boy, can't truck drivers whine and cry and bitch and moan and complain about anything and seemingly everything. Well, I understand that you can't please anybody, but geez, why do truck drivers bitch so much about what seems to be so insignificant things? I can't answer that question, but maybe I can help you cope with it. You see, there are people by nature who are just complainers. You know, not only driving a truck, but prior to that I spent time in the service industry, and I also worked with troubled youth. And I'm here to tell you that people can complain about everything. But in this business especially, you seem to run into difficult people. And how you deal with them will reflect directly in your success. Dissatisfaction does come in many forms, by the way. Long waiting times. And yes, I know that in this business, waiting cuts into your allowable working time. But you have to understand, you're dealing with different individuals. We're all different. That's what makes the world go round. Diversity, right? So a little compassion goes a long way. You've probably also learned by now that truck drivers seem to have pretty strong political opinions. And those opinions generally seem to lean to the right. Well, if your opinions lean similarly, and you might agree with them, but I'm going to recall an incident that happened to me. It was right at the time that when the 9/11, alleged 9/11 terrorists were released to 5 prisoners were released from Gitmo to free an American who was being held by the Taliban. And I hadn't heard anything about it, and the guy asked me, well, what do you think about this? And I simply told him that this is the first I'm hearing about it, and I have not had enough information to come up with an opinion. I mean, that's just the way I am. I don't have knee-jerk opinions. I like to get all the facts. And I like to have what's called an informed opinion, not just a knee-jerk opinion. Well, this guy wasn't too happy about my answer. I said, you know, right now, I have other things to worry about than something that's happening 15,000 miles away. And this guy said, but don't you understand, these are terrorists? I said, yeah, but you know what? About 10 miles up the road, there's a bridge out. And I was supposed to go over that bridge, and now I got to figure out a way around it. That right now is more important to me than a prisoner exchange. He says, "Don't you love your country?" I said, "Of course I love my country. But right now, this is of more importance to me." I mean, he was just becoming absurd, so I just got up and walked away. But that wasn't enough. He followed me. I just told him, I says, "Look, I have work to do, and whatever happened, it hasn't changed that fact. I have a job to do, and I have to do it now, so please, leave me alone." Well, I don't know if it frustrated him, but I didn't want to let it escalate into a major incident, so, I mean, this guy wanted to confront me, simply because I wouldn't offer an opinion on something that, quite frankly, I was not informed about. And that's the trouble. People offer opinions based on their preconceptions, their prejudices, their misinformation, and you're going to run into a lot of that out there. But the biggest complaint that I hear out there, or I heard out there when I drove, I should say, is about traffic. I mean, drivers really hate about everything that there is when it comes to sitting in traffic. They hate the four-wheelers. They hate their dispatcher. They hate their low pay. They hate this. They hate that. Well, I just came up with a very philosophical way of looking at this. And that is that a truck driver who complains about traffic is like a hooker who complains about bad sex. You know, it's part of the job. It's what you get paid for. Get over it already. And there's another thing you're going to hear guys complaining about, and that's driving in New York City. Or more to the point, guys that have to go through New York City. Just going through New York City. Oh, I don't want to do that. I got to go through New York City. Well, driver, for 7 years, I had a steady diet of New York City. I delivered in all 5 boroughs, plus Long Island. I delivered from the Verrazano Bridge to Montauk. And you know what? It's no different than anywhere else. Oh yeah, New York City seems to have more than its fair share of morons. But quite frankly, they don't own the franchise on it. These people that say, "Oh, I love driving the South. I hate New York City." Have you ever been to Atlanta? In Atlanta, merge is a personal challenge. But you know something? You're a professional. Traffic issues come with the job. You are paid to deal with it, so deal with it. Now, waiting time may be a legitimate gripe. Shippers and consignees, it seems to me, go out of their way to delay you. But they don't really feel that way. They have a job to do also. And, you know, crap happens. Well, of course, you can say they're just doing their job, but telemarketers are just doing their job too. Of course, that is an equine of alternate pigmentation. I understand that you really can't please everybody, but sometimes it just seems that truck drivers are never happy. But there are those who just don't pay attention, and they just jump in and shoot off their mouth before checking if their brain is loaded. I'll give you an example. And this is maybe about 10 years ago. I was driving. It was Friday. I was in North Jersey. And it was just friendly banter on the CB. Everybody seemed to be happy because it was Friday. Just about everybody was going to have the next day off. And even the guys that were over the road were going to probably get a day to park and rest and get a decent meal, take a shower, do their laundry, whatever. And now, I don't know if you've ever seen The Sopranos. Remember that opening scene when they're going by that tank farm, the Citgo tank farm, just off the Jersey Turnpike? I saw that and I decided to have fun with it. I said, you know something? I'm getting really sick and tired of this job. I wonder if the mob is hiring. Well, sure enough, there was some guy who jumped on the CB and said, "Driver, nobody wants to hear you bitch about your job." Well, people got on him right away. I mean, it was like the guy was just making a joke. No, he isn't. He's bitching about his job. He says he has to find another job. I said, did you hear what I said? He said, yeah, you didn't like your job. You wanted to find another job. I said, no, what I said is the mob hiring? Look around. Look where you are. The opening scene of The Sopranos when they're going by the tank farm. And somebody jumped on and says, driver, do you really think this guy's looking for a job with the mafia? He can drive for any company. He wouldn't be happy. I said, since when is the mafia a trucking company? Oh, wait, I take that back. We had fun with the guy anyway. And he only heard part of something, and he decided to bitch about it. You know, there's an old saying that opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Now, you have to understand that my late brother died from colon cancer. As part of his treatment when he was diagnosed, he had a colostomy. And he joined a support group for colostomy patients. And I remember, you know, my brother and I, it was like a pissing contest to see who could tell the worst joke. And I guess it was a family holiday dinner or something like that. And he said, yeah, this colostomy support group I'm in, everybody in it is great. There isn't an asshole in the bunch. Well, when I hear this guy saying opinions are like assholes, everybody has one, I decided to have fun with it. I said, hey, driver, I'm offended by that remark. I had a colostomy and I don't have an asshole. So this guy started jumping on the bandwagon about political correctness and liberals and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I was laughing so hard I had to pull over because I pushed his buttons. So just remember when you're out there that whining and crying is just as much a part of trucking as ball breaking. It takes a routine day and makes it go by easier. Just expect it. And if you have the talent, then have fun with it. Break balls. Get them back. Who knows? If you don't brighten their day, you might brighten someone else's day. And that's how to deal with the whining crybabies. And once again, thank you for your time. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, and drop a comment. On YouTube, not Twitter, not Facebook, not Instagram. I don't care how you discover this video. Subscribe on YouTube. Like on YouTube. Comment on YouTube. How many times do I have to tell you? And also, if there's something that you're looking for that you'd like to know about, that you think I might be able to cover a topic, let me know. For Transitions, this is Sully, the retired tanker yanker. Safe and happy travels.